All right, let's talk about something that hits close to home for pretty much all of us: financial confidence. You know, that feeling of actually being in the driver's seat with your money. But what really creates it? Is it about being some kind of whiz kid, or is there something else going on? Let's dig in. You know, there's this idea that to feel good about your money, you've got to be some kind of Wall Street genius, right? Like you should be able to rattle off stock tickers and calculate compound interest in your sleep. But is that really the case? Does it actually work that way? Well, a brand new study took a really deep dive into this exact question. And let me tell you, the results, they might just flip the script on how you think about your own finances. See, it focuses on this one key idea that's way more than just book smarts.
And that core concept is something called financial self-efficacy. So what is that? It's basically your own belief, your gut feeling that you can actually hit your financial goals. Let me put it another way. It's not about how many finance books you've read. It's about whether you believe you can actually do the things that need to be done.
So to figure out what really builds up this self-belief, the researchers put 4 key factors to the test. It's almost like a financial detective story, you know? They're trying to find the real culprit, the true source of our confidence. Okay, so factor number 1 they looked at, financial knowledge. This is exactly what it sounds like. It's the book smarts, right? Your classic understanding of finance stuff, like what inflation is, how interest rates work, the difference between a stock and a bond, all that textbook stuff. Next up, we've got financial attitude. Now, this one is all about the psychology of money. It's your mindset. How do you feel when you think about money? Is it this big, scary monster that causes a ton of stress? Or do you see it as a tool, something that can create opportunities? That's your attitude. And then there's factor 3, financial skills. This is different from just knowing things. This is about being able to use what you know. It's street smarts, not just book smarts. Like, can you actually look at a few different loan offers and figure out which one is the best deal for you? That's a skill. Finally, the 4th factor, financial behavior. This one is super straightforward. It's about what you actually do with your money. Not what you think, not what you feel, but your real observable actions. We're talking about your habits, how you save, how you spend, how you handle debt. Okay, so that's our lineup: knowledge, attitude, skills, and behavior. And that brings us to the big question, right? If you want to build that unshakable confidence in your own financial life, which one of these is the most important? Where should you put your energy? The answer? Well, it's pretty fascinating. All right, here we go. The first big reveal from the study was actually about what didn't matter as much as we think. When the researchers crunched all the numbers, 2 of these 4 factors, they just weren't significant predictors, like at all. And here are the 2 culprits. Can you believe it? Financial knowledge and financial attitude. The study found that neither of them were really moving the needle on confidence. When you see those numbers on the screen, basically what that means is any connection they found was probably just random chance. I mean, that busts a huge myth right there. Knowing a lot or feeling positive isn't the secret sauce. So if it's not what you know and it's not how you feel, then what is it? What's the real driver? Well, the study pointed to 2 clear game changers. And wow, just look at this chart. The results are, well, they're not subtle, are they? Financial behavior is the runaway winner. It explains over 10% of a person's financial confidence just by itself. It absolutely dwarfs everything else. Financial skills comes in a very distant second place, and look at knowledge and attitude, they barely even make a blip on the radar. The message here could not be clearer. So here's the bottom line, the big takeaway. It's not about being the smartest person in the room. It's not about having some perfect, positive money mindset. Your confidence, it comes from what you consistently do. Your actions are the real engine of financial self-belief. And the lead researcher on this study, Dr.Bamidele Taiwo, he nails it. He explains that financial behavior isn't some vague idea. It boils down to a few key things: your savings behavior, how you manage your debt, and your spending habits. That's it. It's the real day-to-day stuff. Okay, so what does this mean for you right now? How do you put this into practice? It starts with really simple, repeatable actions. First, track your spending. You've got to know where your money is actually going. Second, manage your debt. Just make those payments consistently. And third, automate your savings. Pay yourself first, even if it's just a little bit. Every single one of those actions is like casting a vote for your own confidence. So let's zoom out for a second. When the researchers looked at all 4 of these factors combined, knowledge, attitude, skills, and behavior, what did they find? Well, together, they explained about 23.6% of a person's financial confidence. Now, that's a really solid chunk of the puzzle, but it also hints at something even more powerful. Just think about that for a second. If these four things explain about 24%, that means there's a huge 76% of your financial confidence that's shaped by, well, by other things. And a lot of that is stuff that is absolutely within your control. So this isn't just some dry statistic. It's a massive statement about your own power to change how you feel. And that brings us right back to the most important question of all. Knowing that your actions are what really count, what's one small thing you can do today? One tiny, tangible financial step you can take right now? Because what this research tells us is that one little action, it could do more for your confidence than reading a whole library of finance books. Something to think about.